Hello and welcome. This is from the CBN, where we bring to you weekly reports and expert analysis of the actions, policies, and economic initiatives of the Central Bank of Nigeria. I am Uliyemisi Dada. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has outlined the policy focus of the bank for the new year, with a pledge to sustain improved access to finance and credit for households and businesses, mobilize investments to boost domestic productivity, enable faster growth of non-oil exports, and support employment-generating activities. Mr. Emefiele made this known at this year's annual Bankers' Dinner on Friday. Also, the CBN Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme TIES was launched last Thursday to finance bankable ideas among graduates and tackle youth unemployment. We have details of all those and more in today's package. Stay tuned, we'll be back shortly.
North, South, East or West, male or female, old school or millennial, rural or urban, the Naira is the same, and so is the e-Naira. The e-Naira is a legal tender issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So, let's embrace it. The e-Naira will foster financial inclusion, improve access to credit, facilitate cross-border remittances, and it's easier to transfer. E-Naira, same Naira, more possibilities. This message is from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN.
Thanks for staying tuned. The CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, in his keynote address at the annual Bankers' Dinner of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, CIBN, in Lagos last Friday, stressed on the need for all stakeholders to work in building a more resilient economy that is better able to contain external shocks while supporting growth and wealth creation in key sectors of the economy.
The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic provided many lessons that has helped to shape subsequent actions by our monetary policy authorities. For example, we realized how vulnerable our economy was relative to advanced markets in not only access to essential medical supplies, but in the form of monetary policy support that central banks in developing countries could provide in supporting the recovery of their respective economies. Rather than let the crisis compound our problems, we reflected on ways in which we could turn the crisis into an opportunity, one that will reset the trajectory of our economy from its dependence on imported items to one that is more resilient and productive. And that is the journey that we are determined today that we must continue. That we must diversify our economy. That we must as Nigerians fold our sleeves and do this by ourselves and not rely on others.
Mr. Emefiele said the bank remained committed to supporting eligible firms with foreign exchange to import machinery and equipment, optimistic that the recently unveiled 100 for 100 policy on production and productivity will significantly help to catalyze growth in critical sectors of the economy.
Our interventions, particularly in the manufacturing and the agricultural sectors, significantly helped to encourage continuous improvement in growth in these two key sectors of our economy. Today, our food production systems have become more sustainable due to the improved output at our farms and local factories. Output of staple commodities such as rice, maize, palm oil, and tomatoes have grown significantly, and we have also seen increased efforts of our local manufacturing firms to engage in backward integration efforts.
Speaking on the outlook for the coming year, the CBN governor noted that in spite of uncertainties around the mutating Delta virus, prospects of a broad-based economic recovery in Nigeria remain bright as efforts were being made to improve access to vaccines for citizens, in addition to measures aimed at implementing safety protocols to curb the spread of the virus.
Our focus for 2022. I'd like to state that notwithstanding these positive indicators, our economic growth remains fragile. as our unemployment and inflation rate remains at levels that are not very supportive of growth. Second, continued implementation of our intervention efforts would need to be undertaken to sustain the recovery efforts and stimulate further growth of the economy. Third, given the population growth rate of about 2.7% annually, it is important that we continue to deploy measures that will enable our economy to attain annual growth rate of above 5%. Through the pandemic, we are aware that our policy responses are often more effective when we work with the private sector. All efforts in 2022, we dare say, must be geared to ensure that we maintain our focus on improving access to finance and credit for households and businesses, mobilizing investment to boost domestic productivity, enabling faster growth of non-oil exports, and supporting employment generating activities. In an effort to implement policies that would engender growth and employment, the CBN recently unveiled the 100 for 100 policy on production and productivity. Under this program, targeted credit of up to 5 billion naira will be provided to 100 firms every 100 days, provided that these firms are investing in projects that are greenfield projects. Second, projects will be assessed on their ability to generate significant employment opportunities in critical sectors of our economy. Third, eligible firms must show evidence of their efforts to harness available local raw materials towards the realization of their intended investments. Efforts will also be made to support firms that are geared towards producing goods for the export market. The CBN is committed to supporting eligible firms with foreign exchange to import machineries and equipment. And let me add that routine audits will be conducted on firms that receive funding to ensure that they are complying with the terms of the program. The CBN is working to set up the International Financial Center at Eko Atlantic City in Lagos that will serve as a hub for attracting domestic and external capital, which is needed to strengthen our post-COVID economy. Our International Financial Center, when fully operational in the second quarter of 2022, will help to position Nigeria as a key destination for investment in Africa.
Earlier in his goodwill message, the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, extolled the CBN governor for the successful launch of the e-Naira and his passion to see the economy grow.
The central bank, under the very dogged leadership of the governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has left no stone unturned in its determination to ensure that the higher levels of credit are made available to support small, medium, and large businesses in the country. I stand here as a major beneficiary of what the can-do spirit of the Nigerian banking has shown us. I was just explaining to the central bank governor that even at the very recent G20 meeting that was held in Rome, I was privileged to be at the side meeting, and the question were asked, how did we do it in Nigeria? And I said to them that there were the lessons and the support that came from the organized private sector that was led by Mr. Governor of CBN himself. And I stand here on behalf of my other colleagues, governors, and everyone in the public sector to thank all of you for your generous contribution, for believing in the strength of we coming together, and for ensuring that indeed we all can work collaboratively and put this pandemic behind us. I think you all deserve a round of applause, because at this critical time, we're not talking about profitability, we're talking about how do we save life and how do we build back better for each and every one of us.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is from the CBN, where we bring you up to speed on the actions, policies, and economic initiatives of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme TIES is an intervention initiative of the Central Bank of Nigeria developed in partnership with polytechnics and universities in the country and designed to harness the potentials of graduate entrepreneurs by creating a paradigm shift from seeking for white-collar jobs to a culture of entrepreneurship, creating values for economic development. At the official launch of TIES last Thursday at the CBN headquarters in Abuja, the CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, said with about 600,000 students graduating yearly from Nigerian tertiary institutions and without sufficient employment opportunities in both the public and private sectors, it has become imperative that government at all levels put in place policy measures to support entrepreneurial development among the youth.
I thought that we will need to be discussing with university authorities to see how we can work on developing the entrepreneurial skills of our youth so that when they come out of university, that they would just not look for job. They themselves will become job creators. Not only for themselves, but indeed, I must say that what I am lamenting today is something that we find being resolved in other climes. There are some universities you attend in the United States or even in London today. Those students, they are taught entrepreneurial skills. They are taking things from forms of internship in the course of their 4-year or 3-year programs. And when those students graduate, even with first class, you tell them you have a job for them. They say, no, they don't need a job, that they want to run their business. That is what we are trying to achieve with this program that we are putting in place. This is our only two-way we are trying to say at the Central Bank of Nigeria that we are concerned about the level of unemployment in our youth population and that there is a need for us to see what can be done to solve this problem. So, engagements began and they've been ongoing between the Central Bank and the leadership of some tertiary institutions regarding the framework for an innovative financing model that will support entrepreneurship development among graduates and undergraduates. This launch of tertiary institutions entrepreneurship scheme today is a combination of the engagement and fulfillment of that promise.
With an estimated population of 213 million, out of which 2/3 are youth aged under 35 years, Mr. Emefiele said that the nation has a historic opportunity, particularly as the demography continues to create clear evidence of their relevance to economic development, as accentuated by the global recognition of Nigerian tech startups and continued growth of businesses in the technology space owned by the youth.
The ecosystem should provide support in reorientating, training, and providing a financing model add to the peculiarity of the sector within which businesses operate. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurship is an integral, and entrepreneurs play a key role in driving growth and innovation, which in turn results in job creation. In line with its mandate of ensuring monetary and price stability and its developmental mandate of ensuring inclusive growth of the economy, the CBN has introduced several programs that created an ecosystem that allows the flow of affordable credit to the real sector of our economy. These interventions are industry-led and designed to support the resilience of targeted priority sectors and segments for growth and job creation.
TIES has 3 components. The term loan component provides direct credits to graduates of Nigerian polytechnics and universities of not more than 7 years post-graduation. A successful applicant is eligible for a maximum of 5 million naira for an individual sole proprietorship or small company, and a maximum of 25 million naira for a partnership or company. The tenor for the credit facility is 5 years with 1 year moratorium and at an interest rate of 5% per annum, which will revert to a 9% interest rate from March next year.
The pilot phase of the scheme is presently being implemented through Bank of Industry with the development of an application portal and processing of submitted applications. 2. Equity Investment Program. This component is designed to support startups, existing businesses requiring expansion, and aiding businesses seeking resuscitation. The component shall be implemented under the bank's Access Equity window. First, the investment limit shall be subject to the limit prescribed by our Access guidelines and investment period no more than 10 years. 3. Development grant component. This is aimed at raising awareness and visibility of entrepreneurship among undergraduates of Nigerian tertiary institutions entrepreneurship competition, where undergraduates are presented by the tertiary institutions to pitch innovative entrepreneurial or technological ideas with transformational potential. 3 top institutions at regional levels shall proceed to the national level, where the top 5 shall be awarded grants ranging between 120 million and 250 million naira. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is instructive to note that the grant awards shall be used by the tertiary institutions solely for the development of the award-winning ideas. At this point, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the body of experts comprising professionals of impeccable standing, drawn professional bodies, and industry.
The body of experts, inaugurated to evaluate proposals submitted by applicants, is headed by the MD/CEO of Sterling Bank, Mr. Abubakar Suleiman.
Checks shall be presented to 5 beneficiaries under the term loan component of the scheme. These beneficiaries are among the many who submitted their applications via the dedicated portal at the Bank of Industries and their applications processed. I'd like to urge the recipients also to judiciously utilize the funds for the purpose for which they are indicated in their applications. It is my strong belief that the scheme will offer our youth entrepreneurs access to much needed finance, which has been identified as one of the major limiting factors to entrepreneurship development in Nigeria.
Aisha, please come forward. She is a graduate of the Bayero University, Kano, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Biology, graduating in the year 2014. She is an indigene of the Kogi State and her business location is in Kogi State. I'll now hand over the microphone to the governor Okay, that's first. The second beneficiary of this pilot scheme, a round of applause. It is also important to mention that Aisha is into the cashew nut processing business. She has 7 staff in her employ and currently rents processing machines to process her cashew nuts. Congratulations, Aisha. Next, in the order of beneficiaries, ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Chukwudi Obabi. Chukwudi is a graduate of the Federal Polytechnic, Ebonyi State, where he armed himself with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, graduating in the year 2013. He is into solar power energy production. He purchases components for inverters in the Nigerian market and builds the inverters to suit the specific electricity usage required for people in the rural areas and beyond. Chiburi, congratulations on entrusting this from my home state. The third beneficiary of this pilot scheme and initiative of the Central Bank of Nigeria is Zainab Mohammed. Zainab is a graduate of the Federal Polytechnic Bidda in Niger State, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Quantity Surveying, graduated in the year 2014. Zainab is into rice milling business with 3 staff in her employ. A round of applause for her. Congratulations, Zainab. Ladies and gentlemen, next in the line of beneficiaries, let's make welcome Noura Mohammed Abdullahi. Noura is a graduate of the Kano State Polytechnic, where he obtained a higher national diploma in animal production and technology, graduating in the year 2015. He is into egg production. He currently has 400 to 6 to 7 months laborers at that very facility, and his business is very thriving and very, very promising. Ladies and gentlemen, Noura Mohammed Abdullahi, a round of applause for him, please. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, next in the order of beneficiaries, let's make welcome Simeon Ojonugwa Ojobane. Simeon, please come forward. A graduate of the Kogi State University, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in economics, graduating in the year 2015. He is into communication, mobile money, and internet services, providing mobile money services and acts as an intermediary between mobile money operators for issuance of POS to merchants. He also provides POS and computer accessory services. A round of applause for him, please. And last is one more person. Last is certainly not the least, and for some circumstances beyond his control, he is unavoidably absent, but it is necessary that we actually announce that he is a beneficiary of the scheme. Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate in absentia Adebowale Olawi. He is a graduate of the University of Lagos, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting, and he graduated in the year 2016. Adebowale is into digital printing press and garment making. He currently has 7 staff in his employ and 4 interns. With the permission of the governor, we'll invite the Director of Development Finance or top management of DLP to receive. Oh, there's Dr. Adebowale. The check is not here, but we'll get it across to the beneficiary eventually. Thank you.
And that's all we have for you from the CBN this week. You can report unresolved banking issues to the CBN Consumer Protection Department through the email address cpd@cbn.gov.ng with relevant documents. You can also call the CBN Contact Center using the phone line +234 700 2255 226. Local call rates may apply. Keep sending your comments and contributions to the email address fromthecbn@gmail.com. We invite you to join us again next time. I'm William Dada. Stay safe and bye for now.